Hey, it's Cathy. So the number one Chanel question I always get is, what is the best first Chanel bag to buy? I used to have an official answer for that, but then I realized that's like asking somebody, what's the best way to make eggs? It really depends. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about my top 3 recommendations for the first Chanel bag. Let's get started. For the first Chanel bag, I really think you should look at what style bags you purchase currently. I know a lot of people want to buy Chanel bags. They think that this is going to be a special occasion bag, but I really do think you need to focus on cost per wear. If you're going to buy a $5,000 Chanel bag and you only wear it once a year, that bag costs you $5,000. If you buy a $5,000 Chanel bag and you wear it 100 times, the cost per wear is only $50. With that being said, I really think you need to look at the styles in your current closet and also think about your lifestyle, how you plan to wear the bag, and I think that's gonna inform your decision. I can't do this video without first addressing the Chanel elephant in the room. We're talking about everybody's favorite Chanel Classic Flap. So this is the Chanel Classic Flap, the black caviar with gold hardware in the small size. The small size retails for $8,200 in the Chanel boutiques. The medium large is the more popular size, and I think the size that most people recognize is currently $8,800 in the Chanel boutiques. The Chanel Classic Flap is not an entry-level bag, in my opinion. If you've never owned a Chanel bag, it's a very expensive bag that you're not even sure you like. If you're brand new to luxury, $9,000 to $10,000 for a bag is a lot of money for a bag that you're not sure you're gonna use. The Chanel Classic Flap is the ultimate shoulder bag. If you are thinking of buying a Chanel Classic Flap, take a look in your wardrobe and see if you own shoulder bags, if you like shoulder bags. I would say I'm a clutch and shoulder bag person. Those are my favorite styles, so I knew that a Chanel Classic Flap was a good style for me. Like, I have a friend who was asking me about buying a Chanel Classic Flap, but she likes fanny packs and backpacks. The Chanel Classic Flap may not be the best bag for her. Another thing about Chanel Classic Flaps is they're notoriously hard to get. If you go to the Chanel boutique today and ask for this bag, number one, they more than likely don't have this bag in stock. Number two, even if they did have this bag in stock, there more than likely is a waiting list. I know the first time I tried to buy a Chanel Classic Flap in the store, I was told there was a 6-month waiting list. And when I asked to actually see one in person so I could try it on and things like that, I was told that they never bring the black or white bags out in the store to allow you to try on. If I wanted to try on a bag, I would have to try on what's considered like a seasonal color, which would be anything besides black and white. That made it really hard for me to purchase a bag. At that point, I was kind of turned off. Ever since the pandemic, people have been purchasing a lot of things online, especially things that they never purchased previously online. You can't purchase a Chanel bag online. Currently, if you go to the Chanel website, you will see a variation of this bag, and if you click the add to cart button, Chanel is going to tell you, call to speak to an advisor. And when you call to speak to an advisor, the advisor is going to tell you, let's set up an appointment first at the store. I'm one of those people where I've always felt comfortable going into luxury stores. I know a lot of people who are very intimidated about going into a luxury store, let alone Chanel, and asking for what they want. A bag like this is very hard to get, and the sales associates aren't always as helpful as you want. If you're still interested in buying a Chanel Classic Flap, I plan to do a video on all the things that I wish I knew before I bought my first Chanel Classic Flap that I will link up here. If you're interested in this bag and you know somebody with one, ask them if you're allowed to see it. There is a really good website called Purse Blog that has a Chanel section. You'll definitely find threads about the Chanel Classic Flap. I did a video about iconic bags, and I talked about bags like the Chanel Classic Flap, the Birkin, the Fendi Baguette, the Louis Vuitton Speedy. In that video, I said that the Chanel Classic Flap, to me, is the most versatile bag. I know a lot of people with the story of the Chanel Classic Flap was their first Chanel bag. They carried it for maybe a year and never carried again. Just because the Chanel Classic Flap is not their style, or they don't really know how to style the bag, they only see it as a special occasion bag. You need to figure these things out before you do buy the bag if you are interested. Other than that, I love the bag. I can only say good things about the bag. The Chanel Classic Flap is more of a classic shoulder bag. If you're interested in a crossbody, you should really check out the Chanel Classic Wallet on a Chain or Walk. As you can see, it's much, much smaller than the Chanel Classic Flap. They are readily available for purchase in the Chanel boutiques for under $3,000. Chanel is rumored to have a price increase, so if you're watching this video in the summer of 2022 or later on, it may be over $3,000. It is definitely much smaller than a Chanel Classic Flap. And truthfully, I think the biggest complaint I hear about it is it doesn't hold very much. Looking inside the bag, it really just holds things like keys, maybe change, receipts. It's not a big bag at all. This is a great entry-level Chanel bag. This is one of those bags I think if you purchase it, see how you like Chanel, see how you like the Chanel buying experience, then you can either sell it or you may be one of these bags that you keep in your collection and use for smaller things. This is a great bag for going to places like concerts, bar, places where you wouldn't want to take an actual Chanel bag. In my opinion, it gives you all of the upside of a Chanel bag without the downsides of an expensive price, and it's not hard to acquire. you can definitely go into the store and buy one today. So if you are into crossbody bag, this would be a great addition to your collection. I know some people are gonna be like, this bag is too small. I definitely understand that criticism. If you prefer a larger bag, then you may still wanna look into getting a Chanel Classic Flap. If you wanna get your foot wet with Chanel, I think this is a great bag to try. With the Chanel Classic Flap, I feel like we've covered shoulder bags. And with the Chanel Classic Wallet on a Chain, well, I feel like we've kind of covered small crossbody bags. A really popular style for a lot of people is a tote. A lot of people who want to get their foot wet in luxury end up buying tote bags like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. And I feel like that's because a lot of people don't know the Chanel actually has a tote bag, the Deauville. If you're a person that loves tote bags or you need a bag that has a large capacity, I really think your first bag should be a Chanel Deauville. So this size used to be the medium. I believe it's now called the large. Regardless of what size this bag is, you really should check it out if you love tote. When most people think of a Chanel bag, they do think of a shoulder bag. But truthfully, if you don't carry shoulder bags, but you still want to enjoy Chanel, I think you should check out a Deauville. Or a lot of people think of luxury totes. I think they think of a Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I love that bag, but I feel like it's a little bit ubiquitous. If you want to be a little bit different, get a Deauville. The Deauville comes in a variety of sizes and fabrics. This is like a linen twill. They also come in leather, they come in denim, almost basically the different fabrics that all the other Chanel bags come in. In my opinion, the Chanel Classic Flap is for somebody who wants a shoulder bag that doesn't carry a lot. The Chanel Classic Flap, especially the double flaps that are in stores, have a very limited capacity. This bag is for people who want to carry a lot. Depending on the size of the Deauville, it may have two handles. This one has a short handle so you can carry it like a briefcase. It also has a long handle so you can carry it like a tote. If your style is a little bit more casual, this bag would be a little bit better for you than a Chanel Classic Flap. This bag is definitely roomier. Chanel Classic Flaps are also a little bit more delicate. If you want your first Chanel bag to be a little bit more hard wearing, I also think the Deauville is a good option for you. Price-wise, the Deauville's are between $4,000 and $5,000, depending on the size and material. This is a fabric bag, so I feel like it's a lot lighter than the leather bags that they have. The good thing about the Deauville, you can definitely find Deauville's in the store and pre-loved. I like the Chanel Deauville a little bit more than I do the other luxury totes like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull and the Christian Dior book tote. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite luxury tote. So those are the bags I think would make the best first Chanel bag. Let me know in the comments if you think that there's a better first Chanel bag. If you like this video, make sure you check out my Chanel Top 10 Bags video that I'm gonna link right here. All right, see you next time. Bye.